Yeah, welcome back to the High Speed Garage. Thank you to Contrast Printing and Riverson Radios for keeping this garage open. How's it going, boys?
I'm good.
Bit worn out from the weekend. That was good.
Yeah, Hayden did a fair bit of work over the weekend. We went there as well, but we didn't really do any work.
We watched you walk around the pits.
Yeah,
I was looking up at where you guys were and wasn't very wasn't very much enjoying what I was doing.
we were working out.
Working out
doing
the
the
forearms.
the bicep curls.
Testing the establishment just to make sure it was okay.
And it was good.
Just to make sure everyone was having a good time up the top.
Oh, the beers looked bloody good.
There was one
tasted like fucking the best beer I've ever had in my
There
life.
was one point. For some reason, I don't know why, but I can drink beer at St George.
That's Barker was delicious.
I've done it a few times now. Just schooners at St George. For some reason, I can do it. I mean, you weren't setting a cracking pace anyway because
we could have.
Yeah, but yeah, you had to ride home. So.
Ride home.
But there was one point there where I went in to get a shout, and the bartender goes, "Oh, they're a bit hot because we're sort of running out of kegs. They couldn't turn them over fast enough." And I'm thinking,
That's good.
Fucking hell.
They weren't even hot.
And they weren't hot. They were cold. He's like, yeah, they're cold, but they're just... Because I said to him, mate, they're still pouring all right. They're definitely not hot. And he goes, yeah, they're just not, like, as cold as we would like them. And they were sort of slowing up with glasses as well. They weren't having cold glasses. So
That means they were getting smashed.
Oh,
Yeah.
the place was packed.
So the glass was warm as well. But, yeah, I didn't notice that it wasn't cold.
No, it wasn't.
No
It was
one else
definitely
no
cold.
one else noticed either. There was
They were delicious. We were slowing down.
the dude behind me, he goes, "Oh mate," goes, "Oh yeah, they're not quite cold." So the dude behind me goes, "So does that means they're half price then?" And I mate goes, "Oh, unfortunately not."
Yeah, like if you're moving that much alcohol that it like you can't even keep it cold, surely there's a discount in that.
Well,
No,
like I
it's not,
said,
it's not that they can't get the beer cold. It's just the glasses all been hot.
it was cold. When they're hot, they don't pour like that. You
I'm
end
only
up
being a
with
tight ass.
you end up with a bigger head. Yeah, well, I would have been happy to pay for half
Yeah.
price.
Reasonable price with me. I become a member
Yeah, they weren't
because of the
overpriced
price I
beers.
saved on membership, the price I paid on membership, I saved in the first shout.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You never go
It's
to
like
a
that
club
everywhere.
and-
It's like that
and
everywhere.
have a big night.
$5 for
becoming a
5
member.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've always got to become a member. Every club I go to, I become a member.
Yeah, that's why Joel's got 4,000 cards in his wallet.
Yeah,
No, it's always
Joel's
worth it.
wallet can't fit cash in.
it's too many cards. You got too many pubs.
You just got to work it out and leave the rest in the car or in the bag or something like that.
I need them all just in case you go to that pub.
Just get them all on your phone or something. They should all have phone apps.
It'll be all right.
Anyway, we'll get into St George a little bit
St.
later.
George was a very good weekend.
I was working in Mossman all this week, and obviously the kids are on school holidays, so I said to the missus, "Oh, why don't you just catch a train and catch the ferry over to Taronga Zoo, and I'll meet you there on Thursday." I went to work early and got my job all knocked over, and took the kids to the zoo. It was a little surprise excursion.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I was literally working 2 minutes drive from it. I was going to catch the ferry around. So the house I was working in was just up the road from the ferry terminal at Mossman.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to catch the ferry around to Taronga Zoo, so I didn't have to park my car. I just happened to do it on a day where the ferry wouldn't go around there. I had to go all the way across to Circular Quay and then come back. And I was like,
Oh, spewing.
I thought, fuck that, because that's like that's a 45-minute ride.
Yeah,
when
easy.
I could walk there in fucking half hour.
Yeah, you were
So-
pretty close.
So I just went, you know what, I'll just fucking drive and pay for the parking.
Yep.
And the parking, fuck me, some people shit me in car parks. It's pretty simple. It's a one-way thing. There's no two lanes, backwards and forwards. It's all one way. Fair enough on the bottom couple of levels. People are sort of driving slowish, looking
Yeah.
for car parks or whatever. That's all good. But when we get to like the 4th level, and the 5th level is...
The roof.
So the 4th level is out on the roof anyway. There's no cover. But the 5th level is like they're like half levels
Split
above
level,
sort of
yeah.
thing. So you can see up to the other level, and you can see that there's like three
Most
cars on that whole level.
Yeah.
The level 4's pretty much packed out, but level 5, 4
Yeah.
cars.
Yep.
These dumbasses still try to stop and reverse into a car park next to heaps of other cars and shit. I'm just like, just fucking drive. You got to go 10 meters that way. You go round a corner and bam, there's 400 car parks. But no, they got to stop and fucking reverse into their shit ones. And they got big Land Cruisers and shit in this tiny little car park. They got to take 26-point turns to fucking get into their car park. And then they park nowhere near the fucking stairs or anything anyway, because they're right up the end. I just went round the thing. As soon as I got free space in front of me, I just went ramp up the ramp all the way back down to where the stairs are in the car park, parked right next to the stairs. And then I walked straight down the stairs. All the people that were still getting out their cars, and I'm already in the gates of the fucking zoo. Anyway, that's the car park rant.
Yeah.
But the zoo was pretty good. It's been a long time since I've been to Taronga Zoo. We've taken the kids to that one at Eastern Creek a couple of times.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't really like that one that much. It's a bit small and boring. Nothing's ever really out.
Yeah, it's real.
That's not the
That's
Featherdale
open plan
one?
No,
No, not
Featherdale's
Featherdale.
different again.
Yeah.
They reckon that's pretty good, but
Yeah, I like
actually,
that.
I'm taking the kids there this Sunday. Yeah, this Sunday.
Yeah, no, we took the kids to Featherdale a couple of years ago. It's bloody good. It's old school one, so like it's not one of those big open plan ones. So everywhere you look, there's more animals.
Yeah, it's not really like a zoo though, is it? It's more of our native sort of animals.
Yeah, it's a native animal zoo.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, the Taronga one was pretty cool. Like, the kids all got their little maps and shit, and they loved looking at them. Toby thought he'd seen cheetahs, but they were just red pandas. He's like, I want to see the cheetahs, Dad. I'm like, there's no cheetahs, mate. And in the end, he kept arguing with me, so I just went, okay, we'll see him in a minute. We've got to follow this line here on the map, and we'll go all the way down to your cheetahs. And when we got to the red panda, I said, there's your cheetahs. He goes, that's not a cheetah. Because they've been to the one down... What's the one down the south coast? There's a zoo down there.
Mogo Zoo.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
apparently
went-
they have cheetahs.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah,
Oh, we
so
went down there.
he went down there and he's seen the cheetahs, so he's in love
Yeah,
with cheetahs anyway. But yeah, it's pretty good. They had all the tigers and lions and shit and
I've only been in there once.
Taronga.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I was in the Frenner. Planted a couple of trees and moved a couple of giraffe boxes and
oh
whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
no,
the
when
big transport cages and shit.
only time I've been to Taronga Zoo was I had a case drain hose to do on an excavator, and it was in the lion's den, I think it was. And so they have two different dens, or they've got three or something.
Yeah.
So the one that I was in, the digger was in, it was a brand new Cabelco digger, and it was a big fart around to get into it, and to get onto the machine and put the case drain system on the machine. Probably took a couple of hours because you got to walk out, walk in, shit like that. I had to wait another hour for the attachment to turn up so I can make sure the attachment could connect to the machine. Turn up, the Roxor didn't have a case drain system on it. So it was all for nothing.
Oh well, you got to wander around the
It
zoo
was-
and have a look
it was
for
great.
an hour.
Yeah, that was bloody good.
Yeah,
No.
like I said, it's been a while since I've been there, but yeah, I thought it was
It is
pretty
pretty
cool.
nice, yeah.
You can stay there now too.
Yeah.
Stay overnight at
Yeah,
Tonga,
yeah.
Yeah.
In
Been
like
able
a
to do
little
that for the
hotel
last
room
few years now.
Yeah, like I said, it would have been more than 10 years since I've been there.
You can do it. They reckon the Dubbo one is a little bit better.
Yeah, okay.
No, me and the missus have been talking about taking the kids at Dubbo and
They-
staying on
Yeah,
They
yeah.
staying the night.
They swap animals
Well,
between
Taronga,
all the zoos, like Taronga
Yeah.
Zoo ones.
Yeah.
Well, Taronga Zoo owns Dubbo Zoo or something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
as far as I know.
same-
So
Yeah,
it's
same.
Yeah.
They swap animals.
Yeah.
They rotate.
Yep.
them
Give 'em a
out.
bit of
They
lifestyle.
have moving boxes. That's why I've moved a few boxes and whatnot around.
Oh,
out
wow.
there. And then I said, why? And they said, oh yeah, we send animals out to here or animals down to there, and we do this and we do that, and so it's all just a big fucking circus.
Yeah, they're building. I think they've got rid of the elephants at the Sydney one, and they're building a rhino enclosure,
Oh yeah.
Copy that.
like right smack bang in the middle. So
I reckon the elephants are sick to do.
Yeah.
Massive trunk.
I just like looking at the weird
I
shit.
reckon they're mad.
It's the kids were shitting themselves because we sort of, because we got there kind of late because I was working. We left it right to the death to like leave. Like they said, the park is shutting. You need to get out. Anyway, we're walking through like the real dark area, like inside with like the bilbies and shit are.
Yeah, righto.
And the kids hated being in there because it was so fucking dark. You couldn't see the animals. You didn't even know there was glass there, because it was like spotlessly clean.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it just looked like you're in this dark room and there's like wildlife there, and it could just like the snake could just jump out of the fucking tree and
Were
eat
you
and
fucking
shit.
with them? Woo.
Nah.
So had they turned the lights off, or it's normally?
Nah, it's normally dark, so the animals are out
Yeah, righto.
because they're nocturnal. So, but yeah, there's a ropes course and shit there too. Like you can
Oh yeah,
walk around like up the top in all the fucking thingies and shit.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Anyway, that was me Thursday, and then Friday I pulled the engine out of the boat. Haven't checked nothing yet, but
Yeah.
it's out sitting on a stand.
So you've done more than me.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It'll be back. It'll be back in the boat this weekend.
They would have been back in Sunday if someone wanted to check it.
Oh, I've had a couple too many beers. Can't risk these things.
Mm. Yeah, well, my weekend was mostly all St George. Did bugger all apart from that.
Yeah, mine was bad. I tinkered around in the shed and got some shit sorted. My little motor control boat's ready to run. And
Oh yeah.
what else I do? That's about it.
Have you taken it for a test drive yet?
Nah, it's this weekend.
Just run down at the boat club at Windsor.
Nah. I got to go up to Newey. So
You
I go
run it
up
up
there.
there?
I run up there somewhere. And yeah, hopefully it goes and does 100 laps, or on the way home it'll be getting dropped off at Omen's house. Fix it.
Bring it back.
Whatever I've done that hasn't worked, it's your turn. So yeah. All right, we'll get into a bit of sport.
Meh, fucking meow.
We'll cover a bit of IndyCar. Pato Ward got his second win of the year. Renus VK second. Kiffin Simpson third. Scotty Dixon got in 10th. Power 11th. Pelot was all the way back in 12th.
That's a long way down.
Yeah. So that sort of gave Pato Award a little bit more of a chance to sort of step back towards the top of the tree. Marcus Armstrong 14th. Knew Nothing got 24th, and McLaughlin walled it on lap 3. He has having the worst year of his career. He did an early pit stop, and they fucked up one of the wheel nuts, and you can see, like, in the telecast, you're watching him driving towards you, and you can see the wheel nut just fly off in the air, and the wheel just starts going wobble, 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 and the whole
So it
ass of
wasn't done up tight.
whole
Yeah,
ass of the
right.
car just smashes into the wall. Yeah, so he's had multiple DNFs the past couple of weeks, having a horrible time. 4 races remaining of the season, and I think that sucks. Like, that's a bloody early. That's early as in the year to be stopping. But
Do
No,
they
they've got a summer break.
no. Like, as far as I know, it's 4 races. That's it.
Yeah, but they'll stop for like a month or two now.
And then there'll be 4 races afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's still only 4 races of the season.
They've
And
done 30 odd.
do they start at the start of the year, or do they start like at
No,
the
they
end
start
of last
quite.
year?
They start quite late, like in the year. So I think they start about March or April,
Yeah, right. So it's just a quick wham bam, thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am.
and then
And that IndyCar is just like a points thing. It's not like the NASCAR with your finals.
playoff.
and-
No, it's all just a normal.
yeah,
points
just a normal
system.
championship. Yeah.
Yeah. So you make it to the last round, and you're done. Yeah. So pretty disappointing for Scotty. Penske's having a horrible year, and Scotty's sort of copping the brunt of it. Got a bit on the Supercross over in the States. We've got Jet Lawrence. He's leading the championship over there, leading his brother. Jet Lawrence is in 337. Hunter Lawrence is in 286. Justin Cooper is 247, but that's the two Lawrence boys. They're from where are they from? Landsborough in Queensland. So they're just two Aussie boys over there racing in 450.
Yeah, they're killing it. I don't know much about Supercross, but I know they've been winning everything for a fair few years over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's taken the last 5 rounds with Jet coming first, Hunter comes second. It's an American dominated sport, and it's pretty cool to see two Aussies kicking their ass.
Yeah, not just winning and doing well. They're like actually smoking them. I think Jet's got like 7 or 8 championships. Between the 450 and the 250.
It's pretty cool to see an Aussie doing that.
Shit, yeah.
Over there.
That's massive.
Yeah,
eight championships.
I've spoken to Breton about it a fair bit, and he's saying that they just can't catch him.
Yeah, I've seen some highlights of one of the races. I don't know which one it was, but I think it was Hunter. Like he fell off early or something happened. He got knocked off the track early or something, and he went a fair way back, and he just ripped in and was like jumping massively further than everyone else and just ripping past people like they were standing still, and he got back to the front and ended up winning anyway. Yeah. He went back. I'm sure he went back to like 18th or something, and then just ran through everyone so quick it wasn't funny.
8 championships.
Oh yeah,
since 2021.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's 250s and 450s.
Yeah, motocross career since 2019.
Looks like he's jumped into the 450s in. Is that 23?
23, yep.
Yep, he was in 450s in 23.
Yeah, that's mad.
It says AMA 250, Supercross 13 wins. I don't get that. No. Hang on.
Yeah, so he's won in 21, won 2 championships in 22, 2 championships in 23, 3 championships in 23, and then 2 in 24.
Yeah.
And he's going to win again in 25.
I think total wins in AMA total is 58 wins.
Yeah, right.
And he hasn't been over there for long. He's been over there since
2019.
COVID. Since 19, you reckon?
Well, that's what it says here in Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Well, he's been winning championships since 21.
He's only 21 years old.
That's wild.
Yeah. We might get a guest on to go through some motorbike stuff.
Cross stuff. In the 250s, Hayden Deegan's leading. He's got a 45-point lead. He's in 321. Joe Shimoda.
He's another freak of a rider, but
he's
too.
wild, eh?
But you want to be with your old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, having an old man.
Crusty demon.
Yeah.
Ken DNA. That's wild. Good. Like Joe Shimoda, 276. Levi Kitchen, 214.
Is that his actual name, or is that a piss take?
That's certainly a name.
It's not like New Nothing. Because that's a cool as fuck name. Levi Kitchen.
But yeah, like, what was Hayden Deegan's old man? Brian, was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Original
Brian
Crusty Demon.
Yeah, he was always a well-known rider, and then to breed a kid like that in 250s, he's only going to go better.
Yeah, Haley races NASCAR.
She was in NASCAR. She was jumping into Indy Next as well, I think she was.
I think I've seen
she was
something about that.
struggling in NASCAR.
Yeah, she does. I don't know if she's done NASCAR. I think she does.
She hasn't done Cup. I think she did Xfinity.
Xfinity and trucks. She did a lot of truck series.
Yeah. Those trucks are bloody awesome. You see Cam Waters a couple of weeks ago. He went over and raced over in the bloody truck series. He said
he's done a couple of times.
He said they're freaking awesome.
I did see a post about trying to get something like that over here, something similar.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they'd do it with the amount of finances going around the Super Utes.
Oh yeah,
Super Utes has had a fairly decent. Like realistically, it would have been smarter for him to import a ready-built series from America.
Yeah.
Go, okay, well, you guys build us 10 cars or Utes, send them over here, and we'll start bloody running them over here. And if you can just buy one turnkey from the States, that's a massive deal over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like over here, they've spent all that money to set them up.
Do fucking nothing with them, basically.
Well, they're doing a bit with them now that since they've got War Speeds putting the engines in them, and since they did that, they're actually exciting to watch.
He started that last year, did he?
Oh, it was probably a year before that.
Yeah, before that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's a couple of years ago.
He's been doing it for a while, and he said that he's had stuff all recall.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wearing engines out, which is a good thing. Like when you're wearing an engine out, that's a cheap way to go. I'd much rather wear one out than put a rod through the side of it.
Yeah, well, the way racing is these days, you just can't afford to do that.
No.
It's not the money thing to repair it. It's the
access.
points thing that you can't get back.
No, you can never get points back.
Yeah.
No.
Access to parts is getting harder and harder over here anyway.
Yeah, that's because they're all at the constable's place.
Yeah, well.
I seen their post of the new bottom end going together a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, bloody hell, no wonder no one else can get past. They're all at your place.
Is that the Noonan engines or the big block
No,
engines?
just the
Chev.
Chevs.
You guys seen those Noonan things?
Yeah,
Wild looking bits of gear. They're
have to
bloody,
start calling it
bloody
Constable's
cool.
Auto Parts.
Yeah, they can't sell anything because it's broken.
Yeah, but they've got plenty of stock.
Oh man, they can make some trophies. Bloody hell. They've worked their ass off, but bloody hell, they've spent some bloody parts. Oh well. We'll jump on to St George. In the 1.6s, Grant Harrison took his 1.6 Hydro up there and he got the win in the Cole Brown. Rowdy Burns got the win in the Ron Lawton 550 class. Now, Rowdy was really leading the field over there in the 550s. It was Aaron Pratt was in second, I think. He was it was fairway in front.
I didn't see many of them. Were they all wing boats?
Yeah, pretty much the same sort of style.
They're not.
boats,
Yeah, they're not
no
a.
tunnels.
Yeah, they're not a wing boat. There's the other older style
They
ones.
call them a Tennessee.
No,
Yeah, no,
they're
Tennessee's
not
are really narrow.
Tennessee.
They're still like a.
They're like a wing
they're
boat.
still a
but it's
wing
bit
boat,
different. Yeah.
They mentioned the name of them. Yeah, Tennessee sounded right, but obviously not.
No, they're not Tennessee.
No, Tennessee's are the long, skinny ones.
And then jump onto the mono class. Bert Hines went to Tommy Carl, and the Blake's Marine Trophy went to Tommy Carl as well. Now, if you were watching the live stream, Tom come in, I think it was after winning the Bert Hines, and he got a massive share of champagne all over him.
Who did that?
Rowdy Burns come up
Oh yeah.
with a bloody big bottle of champagne. He went and bought it from the bar and come
Which one of them was on the Saturday?
up. I reckon the Blake's Marine was the Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
And the Burt was the Sunday, and he's just walked through the pits with the bloody closed bottle of champagne, and then got down to the ramp, and they just did the, what do they call it when they smash them against the ground?
I did hear it the other day.
Yeah, someone called. Yeah, there's a name for it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so he smashed it, and champagne's got all over him, all over the boat, and all over Tom, and Rowdy's giving him the bottle to drink to finish the rest of the champagne, and he's like, well, hang on, I'm in the pits, and I can't drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right to spray it everywhere, but I'm not going to drink it. So that was actually pretty smart on his behalf to pick up on that. I wouldn't have even thought of that. I would have just said, yeah, well, I'm done racing, I'm having a drink. But
Fucking 100%.
when you're in the pits, I think after you've just won your 10th Australian title, I think you want to make sure you secure that before you
Yeah. Some of that stuff should be a little
celebrate.
bit.
They
little
do
bit
it. They
lenient
do it. I
on-
know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they've done it for the cross race.
Yeah.
Drivers just walk down with crownies,
Oh, really?
give them to the drivers because that's the last race of the day.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we need to do that for Dad's race. Have bourbon.
Yeah. So Tom's won each of them five
times each, I think, yeah.
So was the Sunday race as close to the Saturday one? The Saturday race was a cracker.
Yeah, he
won it like just
Just
across the finish line.
He won that off over the finish line, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were both like that.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
just
right.
over the finish line.
It's hard to tell from the angle we're on.
Yeah. I asked Tom afterwards and he said, yeah, I was looking. He said, I wasn't watching where I was going. I was looking at the tower and then looking at old mate and then looking at the tower and then looking back at old mate.
It's good. Like those monos racing at St George are actually really, they're really right there.
They're
Yeah.
built
So-
for it.
Yeah, like the monos at Windsor, like they're funny to watch, but they look like an asshole to drive.
That's probably one of the first ones that he's actually had to sort of work for.
Yeah.
So Tom was one of the first guys to run the forces sort of thing
Yep.
in the monos, and he's done a bit of work, made it centre steer and all the rest of it. And he pretty much had it his own way for a long time because those forces are pretty. Well, I don't really.
They're
drive,
an
but
armchair to
they
drive.
look like they're an armchair.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a couple other forces around. He's
He's
got
gonna
he's
work
got
for
he's
it.
got to get his elbows out and have a go. And he did a good job on Saturday. I didn't see Sunday's one, but yeah, Saturday was
No,
pretty
he's
cool.
running around on cloud nine. I reckon he was bloody stoked.
with
So
the
it should be.
champagne thing. That you should be able to do that. I reckon.
Oh, I think he was just being
Like if-
responsible. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's any rule on it or not.
But there should be like the organisers should be able to do something like that. Like if that is their last race,
That's right.
have a little presentation straight away on the boat ramp or on the bloody
Especially for
jetty
Australian
or
titles and
whatever.
shit.
Yeah, I can remember the old man. He won. I can't remember what trophy it was, but they were racing at McLean. Did you ever go to McLean?
I've been in McLean races. Oh shit! It would have been a long time ago.
Anyway, Dad raced Possessed up there, and he won some trophy. I can't remember what it was. And anyway, they had the presentation like in the park or something like that.
Yep.
And they had like some chicks there, like in their
Showgirls sort of.
yeah,
thing.
whatever they are. And then they've sprayed champagne and sprayed him and whatever else, and he's just picked up one of the girls and ran off the jetty and jumped in the river.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, don't spray me.
On the Saturday, Joel Smith won the Len Sheltram. So these are all Australian titles. They're all pretty good races to be winning. So congratulations to these guys. Good job for Joel to be jumping in and getting an Australian title.
They've just I'm assuming they're the same engines they're going to run in the series, but they're just going to switch back from Optis to 2.5s. Like
2.5.
Carbies.
Yeah, righto. Is that a cheaper way to go racing?
Oh, probably not. I think the
Can the
setup's a
Optis-
bit more expensive.
Can the Optis race against the 2.5s
Yeah, they're all
competitively?
they're all the same. They just don't come off the dock as fast because they've got to do a full rotation.
Optis
to
don't come off
to
the dock
kick.
as fast?
Yeah,
Okay.
so they're all their rules are in comparison, so they're all roughly exactly the same. But they're
Yeah,
just,
so that series is it's based around the Opti. So the SST 120, like the stock SST 120, is like less than the Opti. So they let it have a few mods and whatever to
Yep.
come up to
keep
that.
port some stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, and then like the 2.5s are better than the Opti. So they make them have to run carburetors and whatever
Yep.
else to bring them
Yeah.
sort of back to the Opti.
No-
just to make
no-
three
No
engine
port
classes.
and exhaust heights is high and standard heads of
Yeah,
whatever they are.
just to make it all even so they can all run
Yeah.
together.
But the Optis are basically, if you don't know anything about anything, buy an Opti, bolt it on.
Go
And
enjoy
away you go
yourself,
racing.
yeah. Yep. I remember when Optis first come into the class, like into the series. I thought that was such a good thing. Yeah, it's an expensive way to start, but it's
It's-
not an expensive way to
yeah.
keep racing.
Not
Yeah.
really. It's probably not that expensive anyway. They're probably nearly on par, maybe a touch more.
At the start, they certainly were.
But the way that the 2.5s come off the dock, it's just second to none. You're winning races from there.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, big benefit
Yeah.
come off the dock that fast. And then we got the Wagget. Corey Marlin got that. He was driving bloody well over the weekend.
There was some couple of good races between him and Lockie for that.
Yep. So Lockie Vella
Till
was in
Lockie
the
stopped.
Impatient Hydro. I think, as far as I know, it was up to the third race to
Yeah, he
actually
stopped in
see.
the last one.
Yeah. So it was pretty disappointing to see Lockie pull up. He ended up, like, they were firing it up in the pits, and there was a fair bit of oil coming out of one of the cylinders. So
They did tell us
Yeah, I think it was number 3. He wasn't playing the game. They
Yeah.
don't really know
I think
what's
it dropped.
happened. But
Oh
yeah.
well, I think Paul was saying something about a burn a valve.
Yeah.
But, I
I
don't
don't.
know.
I don't. I
No,
don't think
It's
he
a-
knows.
it's a-
it
it's a
wasn't that,
big-
but yeah, it was
Big
something else.
diagnosis on the ramp.
Yeah. That's
Um,
that's Corey's second year in a row winning that.
Yeah.
So
Won it last year, yeah.
what's the story with the Wagget? That's an Australian title, isn't it?
No. It's a so yeah, it's a bit of a long story, but I suppose we can get into it. It's a Royal Motor Yacht Club of Toronto trophy. So they made the trophy, they did the deed and all the rest of it. And
He was
it was always raced at Toronto for however many years. And then Toronto
folded.
shut down and there was no running there anymore. And my old man happens to be the last member of Toronto, so he sort of has control of that deed. And it went to St George because I believe that's where he was from.
Did he die at Toronto?
I think it was something like that. He
And
might
he was a member of St George, or
he
or
might
he
have
died at St
died at
George.
Toronto and he was from St George. So
Either which way the way it was.
So then they took it to St George.
Yep.
There was one off race there in between where it went to Wiseman's Ferry, but it was run a bit differently there. So, which you're not supposed to do it that way. It's a rare one where pretty much everyone that enters that race goes in the race. So even if back in the day, I hear stories from Alan Smith and that when they raced, they were like pole 15 and 17 and whatever else. Alan has a funny joke. He says his first wagon he started in pole 17. He wasn't even on the outside. There was some bloke in his Hilux on the bank that was outside him. But yeah, and it's run it's run over 3 heats, and every heat is 4 laps. So the guys right on the outside have got that extra lap to come in and catch back up. But this was before, holding lanes and all that sort of stuff. Imagine holding your lane in pole 17 right around the thing. You can't do that.
Hard work.
He's backing off early and going around the inside.
Yeah, so it'll stay at St George while ever St George is running. But then if St George decides, we heard a little bit of a rumour that might have been their last one with marine extensions and whatever else.
Unless they're just on a hold up with a marine extension.
That marina's going to go a long way out.
Yeah.
Like those first few poles out there are just a long way onto the course already.
Yeah.
But it's been a pretty sought after 5 litre trophy for a very long time. I never raced in it. I never had an attempt at it. Actually, I lie. I had one attempt, and I didn't make the start of the first heat. So
really,
I went to the start line, and the magneto shit itself. While I was milling around at the start, and then that was it. Over and done with.
I threw a rod out trying to win it. The second heat.
So yeah, if St George don't run it again, Dad will find somewhere else that's a big open water track to run it. It might go back up to. We did talk about it a little bit on the weekend. It might go back up to Lake Macquarie again, and maybe run with AFPGP on the Rathmines track, maybe potentially. We'll just have to see. While ever St George is running though, it'll stay at St George.
I heard good news from St George. They were talking.
They weren't stopping club days. Just
Yeah.
the major events.
Yeah, but they were talking about
that was the rumour.
Big
anyway.
Telly for the next major.
Yeah. So I don't really know too much about it. This is only sort of Rick Bakewell, who's a long time St George member. He said they sort of had to fight to get that one done because the marina extension and the renos and stuff weren't supposed to start till after the race meeting.
Yeah,
and,
I'd hope.
He was the one that said that this might be the last one.
I bloody hope that's not the case. Because look, that weekend of racing was awesome.
That's one of the best times I've had at St George in a long time.
That was
And I didn't even go into the
spectacular
pits.
Water. Spectacular water. 3/4 of the weekend. It only started to chop up before the Champion of Champions on the Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always meant to get windy about lunchtime, a bit after.
Yeah. But apart from that, man, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a cracking weekend.
Obviously, I wasn't on the track, but it was hardly any wind.
Yeah.
We were hot, sitting up on the bank. Yeah, or against the windows and whatnot, but outside.
Yeah,
and it was hot.
She was hot.
Were you guys inside or outside?
Outside, but against the glass wall.
We were inside till they kicked us out because all the tables were reserved. Lucky we went outside early so we could get somewhere kind of close to the front.
Yeah.
So everyone would have seen the video I put up on the Sunday afternoon for the Commodores Cup. Matty Peck won that in the Octane Racing F2 boat.
Yeah, the Pecky.
Is it an F2 still? Or is he going to bloody Formula 1 engine on there now?
Well, I don't know what he's got on there.
It was moving. It was bloody quick.
This must be moving.
And he was
Corey, because Corey, I know he's fucking.
Yeah, he led
that's
Corey
a good
Marlin.
leader.
Like he outright beat Corey Marlin in that race.
I did see that race on the live stream. I didn't watch any other stuff on Sunday, but I did see that one. And yeah, I think Pecky got a good start and got in front. I think Corey might have started a fair bit on the outside. Had to go a long way around on the first corner, and he was catching him. He was catching him, and then I don't know whether he made a little mistake or he hit a little wave or something happened in one of the corners, and that cost him just enough to not quite get Pecky at the end.
Yep.
But
because like you'd see Corey catch, like Matty Peck will come around those corners. Matt is one of the best, smoothest drivers I've seen in a tunnel boat. He'll come around those corners as fast as he can, get to the straight, and then as soon as the straight comes, the 6 litre or 5 litre comes screaming up behind him. So, like, straight line speed just wasn't there, but his corner speed and his driver ability certainly kept him out front. And then we had the Champion of Champions. Unfortunately, the first running of the Champions race, there was a couple of tunnel boats on the inside. What was the first one called?
Chili's one.
Chili's, and the second one was Greg Lambert. Greg Lambert Family Racing. Simon Troy was in pole 3. Harrison pole 4. Marlin pole 5. So Simon Troy was able to stay safe, and then
I seen the
bless me.
I seen the live stream of that, like the overhead view, and it was pretty tight in that first corner. I'm going to say there was room there, but I've said it before about other people, so I'll keep saying I don't really care who it is. That GP1 boat changed lanes going down that straight
in the Champion of Champions.
Yeah, in the heat where the accident happened. I don't think it had any bearing on the accident. I don't think that was any part of it. But yeah, you can clearly see how wide it is from the start. When you got that drone footage, it's so easy to see who's doing the right thing and who's doing the wrong thing. And I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I don't really care. I think you should be able to do that. So I don't like the rule, but rules are rules. Yeah, but you can clearly see GP1 and Warlord leave the start boat at, X distance. And Warlord goes nice and straight down the track. And as it starts getting closer towards the buoy, the gap between Warlord and GP1 starts increasing. And GP1's heading closer to the buoys. Like I said, I don't think that had any bearing on the accident.
Definitely didn't have any bearing on the accident, but
and there was room there in boats. He never went into pole 1, 2, or 3. He stayed in his pole 4. It was a tight pole 4, but that's fine. But my issue is when you're coming down the straight, you can't start out that wide and then come in tight.
If you're going to run them with the rules.
Yeah. In saying that, his corner arc was beautiful. Like his exit was exactly the same distance as the entry and all the rest of it. But yeah, anyway.
It accelerates out of the corners bloody fast.
Oh, absolutely it does. I think that's one of his things that he goes for. I'm sure that boat would top end pretty fast as well. But if he I think he knows that if he turns that impole 1 on the buoys, it's pretty slow. So he needs to be able to fire it out of them buoys to make up this, because the buoys that are going around the outside of him would have so much more speed. They'll just leave you going down the thing. So if he's got to have it accelerate so it at least matches them pretty quickly.
It's interesting seeing the drone footage from that pole, like the first corner. Man, Troy's like 150, 200 metres behind Grant coming out of that corner. Like Troy's straightening up the corner.
Yeah. And
Grant's way up in front. But in any of the races, Troy's right next to him into that next corner.
Yeah.
That sort of changeover means that it's a really exciting race to watch, because you see a leader and then a chaser,
Yeah,
and that chaser sometimes gets it at
like
the
the
end.
old outboard, inboard used to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
The blown boats used to shoot down the straight and then get to the corner, and then the outboard tunnel boats would go bang around the corner, and
Yeah.
then we're even again. Let's go and go again.
I reckon that'd have to be one of the hardest races to win.
Yeah,
Driving a blown boat against a tunnel boat. Maybe a tunnel boat against a blown boat too. I don't know. Maybe we've just seen awesome drivers. But those races...
The
were
drivers that are good
wild.
at it have come through the ranks and done it for years and years and years, and are good at it.
Yep.
Just experience to know where to put the boat. That's the
But
thing.
I think those two GP boats there at St. George would not have had any problems beating any of the other boats on that track.
nah.
Oh, God,
I really don't think
They were
any
quick.
of the best blown boats being there
Nah,
would have been able to put anything up to
no
them
fucking way.
at all.
Yeah.
They were fast.
Talking about the hydroplanes too, it's a bit of a shame to see GP 101 have that issue on Saturday morning.
Yeah, I forgot
And
to say about that.
Not be
Yeah.
able to run for the rest of the weekend.
Bend the rudder.
Did he bend the rudder?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rudder was bent. They think the steering cable broke.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see the bit of fiberglass hanging out on the front right of the sponson? It had only just sort of peeled up, like just the outside layer.
It went
Yeah.
hard, but
Yeah, but it didn't look like it. It had stuff hanging off it, but it didn't even look bad.
they said
Yeah,
it was
I-
cosmetic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they said they could have run it again, but they didn't have another rudder to put on, and the rudder was bent.
He was up there chatting to us on Saturday.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it was very disappointing to see that because he's been really going well.
In that flat spin, 8 Gs,
Yeah, wow.
8 Gs.
Not what you
That's
want, is it?
that's a lot, isn't it?
Massive.
But he's pretty
I
fit.
think it was clocked at 152 or something as it went to turn, as it spun.
Hooked
Yeah,
in. Far out. Because it was on the straight line, wasn't it?
yeah,
Bloody hell.
yeah. You watch the replay a couple of times, and without knowing anything, you'd swear it hit something because it kind of bucks first, like comes out of the water and sort of noses back in.
Yep.
And then yeah, just bang round to the right.
You know, I was really hoping he was going to have a good weekend. He's been going well.
Yeah, definitely
Pretty-
been creeping up on that pretty well, that.
Pretty laid
Learning and whatnot.
back blokes, those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very cool crew. Very good engine builder on that too.
Yeah, that was St George.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so thanks Scott Lambert and the GP Hydro crew for getting us in there. You got some emails to do this week?
We did get one question. I'm not going to tell you who it is. You can work it out.
Calls himself the lover of boys.
And wrecking some gear.
It's pretty easy to get around him when your eyes are closed. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, more often than not, we're seeing a lot of the hydros, especially pole two, just can't get ahead. So typically, pole one wins unless there's an engine failure of some sort. What would you think about seeing some pursuit racing where both boats start on opposite sides of the track and try and hunt each other down?
Match racing is what he's talking about.
I'd be
Which
into
is-
that. I
which
think
is
I've
pretty
spoken
cool.
about that before. The only issue I have with it is you can only do it with 2 boats.
Yeah.
So as soon as you get 3 boats, well then what do you do?
Yeah.
You've got to do it on like a small event.
But in saying that, I've seen plenty of GPs drive around the outside of GPs as well.
I was gonna bring that up. I have seen a lot of times it doesn't matter what pole you're in. If you're in the fastest boat, you're getting it. But like pole one does help a lot. But if you've got a quick boat, you're gonna get there.
Pole one helps massively, especially these days with rules
Yeah.
where you have to hold your lane. Back in the day when you didn't have to do that, well, you could win from pole 2, 3, 4, 7, 17 maybe.
Maybe it's a lot more prominent in the tunnel boat series because everything's so close together.
They're just fucking cut and shut whatever you want to do. There's no rules there.
Yeah, well, your pole positions in that too. They're not. They're still critical, but
There for the first buoy, and that's it.
but you can, like, it's only if you get a mistake off the dock or something, you're getting past and you're getting swamped. You're not making it.
But when you
But in saying that, they're also racing for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
but if
A lot of
you
laps.
so what Mitch is talking about is circuit racing as we do, like pole boat start, that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And obviously he's getting into a class that everything's the same or very close, and so he's doing circuit racing, not off the dock, and obviously with everything being pretty close to each other, pole one's usually going to get it. I'm probably used to
Generally,
bigger classes.
yes.
I'm used to the bigger classes where you've got 10 different engines in the...
Well, he did
class.
specify GPs, but yeah.
Well, I heard GPs as in GP boats.
No,
Grand Prix
I
boats.
assume it's hydros.
GP hydros. Yeah, I don't know.
But they don't call them GP boats.
I've heard them being called GP boats.
Yeah, right.
They have done match racing or pursuit racing before. I remember seeing it at Windsor.
Yep.
And
I did it. I smacked Nathan's ass, and I don't remember who beat me after that. That's all I needed to
I was going to say, I'm
about.
pretty sure I remember. I think it was Wayne Smith in Loose in the Dark and Chris Hearn in Explicit racing each other. That's one that I think I remember.
Yeah, well, they did it. They did a few different classes. I remember it was a knockout in
Yeah.
the 105.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a different thing. I don't mind the idea of it. I
That's
think
what-
I've spoken about it before. I think I said it to somebody and they thought I was joking, but
The biggest benefit of the match racing is you can do whatever line you want. Remember
Maybe.
you were talking about the hot laps. You're saying when you do your hot laps,
Yeah.
you don't care about where you are on the corner. Well, it's probably the same thing with the match racing. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care. The tower doesn't care where you are in the corner. So you go as fast as you can around there. If you can catch them. Well, you don't even have to catch them. You just got to have a better lap time.
maybe that's a good way of determining pole positions for finals and whatnot. Have some match races instead of hot laps.
Oh, yeah. That's
That'd
not a
be-
bad idea.
That's kind of like
That'd be pretty cool on a Friday.
In Speedway, they kind of do a similar thing. So they do their qualifying. They get their 10 minutes of qualifying or whatever they do, and then the top 10. It's kind of like a top 10 shootout, I suppose. But they're top 10. So 9 and 10 come out, and they do 2 laps and race each other, and the winner stays out, and then 8 will come out, and then they race. The winner stays there. Then 7 comes out, and you can move your way from 10th up to 1st, like that way. But we could do a similar thing. Just make it match races.
That'd be cool.
It'd have to work a bit differently to that, like just moving up thing, because people would run out of fuel
Yeah.
and shit, obviously. But if you had like a system like footy finals or something, maybe
Yeah.
like out of the you have your top 8 in footy, you say position 1 races position 4, then 5 races 8, and then 2 races 3, and then winners versus other winners.
Cut the
and
field
whatever.
down to 5 and then...
Yeah, but there'd be a system. Someone that's smarter than us could work that out. But yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Something a bit different.
I reckon it'd be awesome to watch.
I reckon that'd be better to watch than hot laps. Like, hot laps are pretty cool to watch, but racing two people, like racing opposite ends of the field.
Mm. You still never know who won unless you was on the thing, unless
On
they
the
won
timer.
clearly.
Yeah.
But still, like they're only got to read it out over the microphone.
I reckon with the
You'd have to
boats that
start
are
on a
out there at the
clock
moment.
too,
Yeah, you have to start on 0. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
which so you
You
could
get break
you could-
time.
if you're really good at that, you could do better as well.
hmm
Like if you've got a slower boat, but you know how to nail it so you're at full noise right when that clock runs to 0. And then if you run earlier than 0, if you cross the line before, well, you get a 5-second penalty or something like that.
Well, that's the same. Like this, when we do the handicaps, what the handicap was.
Well, if you
broke time, wasn't it?
if you did that, you was
But
just
they had
out.
a 2-second leeway, or 1 second leeway, or something like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, you just run it off 0, no
I reckon
leeways.
if we're talking about for the blowers, I reckon it'd be hard to. Everyone would want to turn their boats around properly. They wouldn't just want to put fuel in them and go again. That's usually what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, with ours before.
Yeah, it's probably not something you could knock over really quick.
Yeah, before
Your
this,
hot lap you can get over and done with when you're finished.
before that last engine, like we could have done it then. We could have double entered like Gen 3 was, but yeah, when you go bigger, you got to check more shit out.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't mind the match race.
It would be good to see just as a random thing.
Trial it at club days.
Mm.
Guess I'm going to trial it at club days.
Well, I'm OD at the next club day, so I might
Just tell everyone. Just tell everyone we're
This is
match
what we're
racing.
doing.
Fuck your 3 laps. We're not doing it. If you don't like it, go home.
We're doing 5.
That's another way to
Sort some shit out.
to make it so pole 2 gets a bit more of a fairer run. And I've said this for a long time. Make the track shorter, but run more laps.
Well, Windsor's pretty short anyway.
No,
And
that's not short.
No,
I'm
that's
talk-
still long.
I'm talking where you don't make your top speed.
Yeah, I know, but Windsor
Talk about
struggled
400
to
metres.
add laps on as it was.
That's because they're all fucking sooks.
Yeah.
It was hard work.
It's fucking blown boats, fucking wanker sooks.
Yeah, well, no, that
It
was
was the only people that didn't
That was
do-
people talking about stuff that they
4
don't know what
laps.
they're talking about because they'd go to Adelaide and do exactly the same thing that they just argued against at Windsor. So
Yeah, that's right.
And Adelaide's longer.
yeah.
Yep.
I think they worked out that 3 laps around Dargle was
4 laps at
Was-
Windsor or something.
was longer than 4 laps at Windsor, and it wasn't even 4 laps; it was 3.5.
Yep.
Because you start on the back straight at Windsor, so they're only doing 2.5.
And
But as soon as you make it 3.5,
yeah, we wanted to bring it up to 3.5.
yeah, which makes sense. You've got to do 3 laps. If you're not doing the 3 laps, you haven't finished yet.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
They
It
just
wasn't
you
my-
don't ask them to say, "Can we do this?" You go, "No, this is what the rule is."
That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. There was fairly decent backlash on it.
Who cares? Don't race your boat. I bet they change their mind real fast.
I reckon that's a way better idea. Shorter tracks, like 400 meter straights, and just do 5 laps, 6 laps instead
18-foot
of
series.
3.
Make it an 18-footer series.
No, anything.
No, well,
Whatever you
yeah.
want.
You
The
run-
18-footers will dominate that.
No,
not really.
No way.
It'll get rough.
Just got to sort your
but the
shit
18-footers
out.
will out-accelerate the 21s.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, we've already seen it on little tracks.
Yeah,
They
it doesn't.
love it.
It's just power to weight ratio.
They'd work it out.
1,000 horsepower in a 1-ton boat, same as 2,000 horsepower in a 2-ton boat.
Shepard's still pretty much the fastest one around there in a
He is still the fastest, but I'm saying if you shorten Windsor.
What about Laidley? Pretty sure a 21-footer one up there.
Yeah, and that's real short.
Yeah.
They're 400 metre
Yeah.
straights.
I'm just thinking like
Yeah,
little tracks.
You've just got to
Little
change.
boat.
You just got to change your
You gotta
gearing
set
and stuff
up,
so it
yeah.
accelerates.
Just
Like, you
drive
look
better.
at sprint cars. Because if you shorten the track too, it stops the engine or your fucking bank balance being your
Stretched.
limit. The engine's not the limit no more. The track is.
You're not revving the snot out of it.
The
Yeah, you're not flogging
drivability comes
yeah.
into it.
Yeah, but everyone's just going to gear them up. They bring the gears down and rev the snot out of it again.
Well, you
Yeah,
got to
they-
accelerate off the corner
they
to do that.
They won't. They'll
will
rev, but
accelerate.
they won't be revving for that long.
But it'll
That's-
accelerate like
That's
shit.
why sprint cars, they come out of
True.
the corner and they rev, they slowly make their way up to like fucking 9,500, but then they're straight off it again. Like them sprint cars, they do heaps quicker than that. If you put those sprint cars on a drag strip, they go heaps
Yeah.
faster down the
Yeah,
drag
they-
strip
they wanna
than they
keep
would
winding,
round
yeah.
that track. But that short track for lots of laps makes lots of overtaking and shit going on, which makes it entertaining. Like our stuff's not really that entertaining to your average Joe because after the first corner, it's pretty much follow the leader. Every now and then you might get a decent side-by-side race, but it's very rare. And even if it's side-by-side, it's only 2 boats. It's not 5. Someone doesn't come from 5th to win the race.
Not usually.
No. But if you've got more laps, you can afford to make a mistake, and you can make that mistake back up.
You could shorten Windsor up to 500 metres easy.
Even 500 metres, if you... Like,
Even 450.
a lot of boats would be still topped out at that.
Hey, it'd be definitely different, so it'd be good to watch.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'd love to race around one of the corners at Yarrawonga. I've said that to a few people. There's like 3 boys on the corner of Yarrawonga. Let's just race around those 3 boys. Fuck the big long straights. Just race around those 3 boys and just do 10 laps. That'd be
They're
sick.
massive corners down there.
But yeah, something different would be good to see.
Bring it up, Mitch. Go to your club and tell them what you want.
Get involved.
Yep. Start talking.
Someone else needs to because we're all sick of it. So, yeah. Oh. Get into a few posts that are being put into the HSG page
Yeah, it's been pumped a bit.
from Tommy Bartland.
Tommy Butland's been putting up some sprint car stuff,
from heaps
yeah.
of sprint car from Carl Larson, smoking everyone over there.
Yeah, the Kings Royale this week was pretty cool. That's a
other
big
ones.
deal in sprint cars over there.
Big
We've
event
had
over there.
we've had an Aussie win that. I think it was. Oh, I couldn't remember the year. It's a while ago now. Maybe 14, 15, something like that. Kerry Madsen went over there and won the Kings Royale.
So it's,
I'm pretty sure he
big
finished
event.
second like a couple of years before that, like 2 years, like the 2 years before that or something like that. I can't remember. There's probably more than that, but that's one I remember.
Kings Royale is a major sprint car racing event held annually at Eldorado Speedway near New Western,
Eldora.
Ohio.
Eldora Speedway.
Eldora. Words are hard. Regarded as one of the most prestigious sprint car races, it awarded $200,000 winners prize since 2025. That's a lot of money.
See if you can find a list of winners. I know Kerry Madsen definitely won it. I'm just not 100% sure on the year. I think it was around 14 or 15. Might have even been newer than that.
2017, 2018. Can we get 38 more rows? God damn it, this is not going to be easy.
Scroll through that. There
There
you
we
go.
go. Okay, so we start from the bottom. Now we're here. 25, 24, 23.
There you go.
2000
14.
Kerry Madsen, 2014. Donny Schatz. 3 in a row.
So I'm pretty sure.
16 to 18.
I'm pretty sure if Kerry won it in 14, I'm pretty sure he finished second in like 13 and 12.
Still was chasing up.
Yeah.
Kyle Larson won the night race in 21. Donny Schatz got it again in 23. Bloody hell. Donny Schatz bloody shatting all over everyone. Did you guys see the rotorboat that I put up on the
I never watched it. No.
Oh, Nathan Barry was hanging shit on it, saying it sounds like a fart in a.
They do
fuck the
I
sound.
was going to say, you know what, that it does. It actually does sound like.
They do sound average when they're just fucking idling over.
Oh, I never thought of that.
As much as they do sound average, but I think they are cool in their own way. I know we were talking about rotors a fair bit a couple of weeks ago, but it doesn't even have to do anything. It's just funny seeing something completely different in a boat.
Have you heard the guys? I couldn't tell you where I seen it or what it was, but it was a video of some guys in a car with a rotary. Obviously, they had the tune up in it to pop through the exhaust and whatever else, and they were revving it in tune and made like a song. Like it was pretty cool.
Oh, I think I do remember something about that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I've seen a few cars do that. IndyCar did the Star Spangled Banner a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah,
At Indy. Oh, that was bloody cool.
yeah. That's all done on like a dyno or something.
Yep.
Yeah. No, this guy's literally sitting in the car at a car meet somewhere.
Just
and
does it with his throttle pedal.
He's just revving it and making it. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool. I'll have to see if I can find that video and I'll post it in the group.
Bloody beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, you've got any memes of the week?
I certainly do. Do you have one, Joel?
No.
You suck. You never have them.
No.
I'm trying.
I've really lacked the ball the last couple of weeks.
Well, let's play Hayden's one first.
Yeah.
I bought
Unbelievable.
What? Who was at the door?
The next door neighbour. wearing just a see-through nightie, asking to borrow a cup of sugar.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they winked at me and asked me to come up for a cheeky cup of coffee.
And what did you say?
What did I say? I said, fuck off, Dave. I can make my own coffee. He shut the door in his fucking face. What a liberty.
I love a good misdirection.
It's always Dave too, isn't it? The bloke's name is always Dave.
They're the problem.
All right, here's my one.
Cooking show earlier, and the host said you could put some leftover beer in the batter to give it some flavour. Where do you get leftover beer? I was watching this cook.
Fucking dead right.
You probably need to see that bloke that's asking the question too, because you can tell he likes beers.
The fucking leftover beer. Never had that before.
How the fuck do you get leftover beer? When I'm doing stuff like on the smoker or whatever, if I want to, spritz it with some beer or inject it with beer, I got to go open one, and then I got to drink on it. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, because that's when you put your meat on to cook fucking all day. But
That means you just got to drink all
you
day.
you open a beer and just squirt some shit in, and then
Sounds
go,
like a party to me.
oh, I've got to drink it now. Can't waste it.
Yeah.
There's no leftovers.
Nothing better than watch the sun come up with a beer.
Yeah, well, make sure you send your questions in using a voice recorder app on your phone to the highspeed garage podcast at gmail.com.
What are you putting
Okay,
on me
radio. I was wanting you to fucking jump in.
for? You were starting it.
Don't forget, you can find us on the socials, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Make sure on Facebook you join the HSG Pit Crew group where you can put your own questions and get around our community. Right, I think that's about it for tonight.
Get after
Yeah,
it.
that'll do. All right. Hope
See
you have a
yous
good week
next
and a
week.
good weekend.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.